we're going to go through every ailment there is. You can't be worrying about that, because if we keep worrying about the trouble that the masses are in, we never cultivate anything among ourselves to get to the high level in which the masses going to be a part of. Because ultimately, all this shit got to be destroyed. This shit is over.
I am inevitable.
Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
All right, we alive. We alive on this on this Thursday afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
So we got Mr. Bill Gates did his deposition yesterday. So they said they didn't record it. We don't believe that, but they ain't gonna release the footage. So he's claiming that Epstein blackmailed him. We got to get into this victim mode now. Oh, Epstein blackmail. Well, we know Epstein blackmailed.
Playing a victim role.
Yeah, we know Epstein blackmailed, but you did a lot of stuff over there, Mr. Bill Gates yourself. And now you just gonna use the blackmail claim to get your way out of it. Nah. No. You was friends with Epstein. You was seen taking pictures with his pilot. You was with Epstein. Y'all was chilling together. It wasn't just about business. I mean, well, it was about business, but it was about pleasure also. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into this.
Russian pleasure with an STD involved.
Right. It's Russian.
And probably more. Probably experimental pleasures. He get pleasure out of it. He don't just, do experiments on humans for business. He also get pleasure out of it.
Right. This guy, man. This Bill Gates character, man. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Oh, that's not the one. We're gonna play that video as well, but all right, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one.
One of my favorite movies of all time is a Quentin Tarantino movie, Kill Bill.
Which one? Kill Bill? Right. Yeah, that was a good movie too. Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Yep.
Yep. All right, so this is Bill Gates, Jeffrey Epstein blackmailed. All right, so this is reported by Script what is it? Script News? Or what is it? Scripps News? Let's get into it, y'all. He's reporting.
Share that, John.
Reshare it?
Yeah.
Yo, StreamYard need to fix that bug that when you share, go from screen to switch screen to screen and shit, the sound goes out. Like they need to fix that bug. All right, so let's get into it, man.
Bill Gates says his interactions with Jeffrey Epstein were limited, also hinting at possible blackmail or extortion, saying Epstein tried to use information about his infidelities to re-engage him once he broke off contact. Gates meeting behind closed doors with the House Oversight Committee earlier today. Scripps News senior national correspondent Alex Miller was there. She's live on Capitol Hill. And Alex, what are you hearing about what Gates has told lawmakers?
My sources are telling me that Gates has told lawmakers that he had no involvement in any of the allegations against Jeffrey Epstein. He says he never visited him on his island, in his Palm Beach home, or at Zorro Ranch. Now, still, as you mentioned, he did say that he was being blackmailed by Jeffrey Epstein when Epstein found out about his extramarital affairs. Look, Bill Gates is mentioned in the Epstein files nearly 3,000 times. And remember, we do not have all of the files, but there are he is mentioned in calendar invites, in emails back and forth, and there are photos of him in there as well. And so the committee was asking him, what did he know and when did he know it? Listen.
He admitted that he knew of Mr. Epstein's reputation. He admitted that he knew that he had been convicted of sexual crimes. But ultimately, in his words, he viewed this narrow relationship as being an acceptable means to access wealthy donors.
And of course, looking at that idea of being blackmailed by Epstein, we know that Melinda Gates, now the ex-wife of Bill Gates, saying that the relationship that the two had impacted their marriage. Gates has called this a huge mistake, but they became friends in 2011. That is when their friendship began. Now, that was years after Epstein had pleaded guilty in Florida to solicitation of prostitution of a minor. And so there have been questions about how much Gates knew about the guilty plea, as well as what else he had going on in the years after that. Now, there was an email in about 2013 that he has been asked about. The officials, Chairman Comer has said that this is something they're going to talk to him about, this email from Epstein to Bill Gates about the dissolution of their friendship. That has certainly raised some eyebrows, and that's something that he is being asked about. But again, we don't have a lot of details because this is behind closed doors. It is not being taped. So the only way, Del, that we are going to have access to the information about this is from the Democrats or Republicans who come out, or whenever we do eventually get that transcript.
See that, and that's what I don't like. I don't like that they able to control, the Democrats and Republic able to control, the situation where they ain't even record the deposition to put it out like all the other ones. Why not? Y'all put Hillary and Hillary's depositions out. Y'all put Lex Wexner's out. Why not put Bill Gates deposition out? So now we gotta wait on transcripts, which they could doctor those transcripts up. Oh, come on, man. This is all a shit show, y'all. This is all a shit show. They putting on a real shit show in real time for us, man.
Transcript, but that transcript is by the Republicans, so they'll decide whether we see the whole thing and when we see it. But one member of Congress said that he looked worn down and stressed as he testified. Another one saying that he looked combative as he spoke to members of Congress.
Alex, members and survivors keep saying over and over and over again, they're going to name names. Is Gates' testimony leading to any other people?
Well, from what we have heard so far, it is in the sense that he gave names for the committee to look into. It's unclear what that really means, but he said that he knew people in Epstein's orbit who may have been involved in this abuse. That's according to Democrats who spoke at the microphone a couple of minutes ago. They said that there are questions that they have for other people, people who might have worked for the Gates Foundation. Gates himself saying that there are people he knew personally who may have been victims of Epstein's abuse. And this is not the first time that we are seeing this. We had testimony yesterday from Leslie Groff, who was Jeffrey Epstein's longtime assistant. Now we're hearing from members of the committee that because of her testimony, they want to call in attorney and longtime friend of Epstein, Alan Dershowitz. And after Pam Bondi, the former attorney general's testimony a couple of weeks ago, we now know that they want to call in the acting attorney general and the nominee for attorney general, Todd Blanche, about his handling of this. This is something Democrats have been calling for quite some time. They said today that they're very happy that the chairman is now on board with this.
This is the greatest cover-up in American history ever, where you have all these powerful men that was involved with a sex trafficking, pedophilia ring, organized crime ring, where no one went to jail. You have presidents in there, you have monarchs in there, kings, queens, sultans, top businessmen in the corporate world, entertainers, politicians, all inside these files. And this is like the greatest cover-up in American history.
Well,
This might be the greatest.
You just named.
Yeah,
That's
this
why
might be
there's a cover up.
right. This might be the greatest cover-up in history, period.
Who's gonna go after these people though? The people have to do it.
People have to.
They leaked this information just so they could show that the people ain't gonna do shit about it. Because you gotta think about it. This is the establishment against the general public now. Because the establishment are the ones who's in the Epstein files. Like listen to all the names listen to all the titles you just named.
Yeah.
Listen to all those powerful positions. So all them powerful positions own all the agencies that's supposed to be combating that type of those types of operations.
Yeah.
The human trafficking and pedophilia and sex trafficking rings all around the world. The organization, the agencies that's supposed to be stopping that are the ones that's behind it.
Ones that's
So
behind it, bro.
it's left up to the people now. If the people don't do nothing, then they gonna move forward with their plans and putting
Right.
us in a digital prison and then just using us as a food source. Like that's basically what's gonna happen. So this is like God's last warning to everybody on the planet.
Yeah.
Like either y'all get these creeps out of power, or they gonna put you further into slavery, and that's where we at. That's where we at with it.
That's the crossroads right there.
That's the crossroads. That's where we at with it. Cause they got some plans for us. They got some plans for the general public. They got some real plans for us. Cause they like, well, if they not going, and they test this stuff. They tested. These are all tests. Like, cause you gotta think about it. How did this Epstein shit get leaked in the first place? How did Epstein end up in jail and all over the media when they own the media? Because they put it out there because they're testing to see what the public is going to do about it. And well, if the public don't do nothing about it, then we could just move forward with our plans. Because the public is a bunch of cowards. They ain't
Bro,
gonna do shit.
That's a real good point you made. Being as though that they control mainstream media and they threw this Epstein character out there in front of, and we know he's the fall guy because he's the
It's
smaller
intentional,
guy.
bro.
Yeah, because we know he said he worked for the Rockefellers and Rothschilds and them. So they're the ones that own most of the media. And for them to throw Epstein out there to the wolves and put all the and put these files out there is intentional, and it's a diversion. It's a diversion. They distracting us from what the main thing is, and the main thing is new infrastructure, uh AI technology taking over, putting the whole world on autonomous system, basically forcing us, like you said, into slavery.
Well, you forgot the most important part is the surveillance and the autonomous surveillance.
Yeah,
autonomous surveillance, which
right.
means they're able to surveil you without having any manpower, just all artificial intelligence surveillance that can actually basically find you or kill you right in a second in real time if you violate one of their laws that they create. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. Like if you understand artificial intelligence and you understand the surveillance that goes behind that, when they integrate that into our surveillance system, and then you got to think about it. There's cameras and listening devices and everything.
Everything, our phones.
And the thing is, people say, well,
TV.
ain't enough for them to surveil billions of people, but when they integrate these data centers and they integrate all the artificial intelligence, and then we attach the digital ID, which includes our biometrics, which means they're gonna have our voice, they're gonna have our eye scan retinas, they're gonna have our fingerprints, they're gonna have the way our whole energy,
even our DNA, bro, even our blood, DNA.
Our DNA and everything is gonna be attached to these digital IDs to where they can come at us in real time autonomously. Autonomously means they don't need no humans to do it. They just preset the computer and the AI does it. So basically, if you go against like all the rules they had with COVID, you can't enter there without a mask. You can't go there unless you got the COVID shot. You can't go and buy two more packs of meat for your household. You only allow one. You can't buy extra toilet paper this month. Anything they want to get you on. Anything they want to get, they're going to be able to do it. And the thing is, by us allowing these wicked individuals to run a system like this, God is going to allow it to happen because we're all cowards. Because we see the people that's running this system, they pedophiles, they human traffickers, they rapists, they all of that. They the scum of the earth. They the scum of the earth. And God showed us this, and they pulled their mask off by letting Epstein get caught and letting Epstein shit leak in the media. They pulled their mask off and showed us exactly who they were. And we still voting for them. We still giving them our tax dollars. We still giving them our obedience. We still bowing down to them. We still idolizing them, knowing that they human scum traffickers.
And what do that say about our society? Because the government is only corrupt as its people. So You got to realize the government is a reflection of the people, because
Yeah.
being as though people are prone to this information, nobody's doing nothing about it because everybody is selling out for $1. I can't say everybody in the citizens, because there are some people that's awake to what's going on, but we're we're in this system by default because we don't have resources. People are so
Facts.
separated and don't come together. So we all in this by default. So we all got to take accountability for this. We all have to bear some type of, responsibilities to what's going on. And that's the real truth. Until people realize that, then we're going to still be in this, you still going to be in this, this funk where the government is running, our lives on a daily basis, every aspect of our lives, because we're we're
Dependent
not yeah we're so dependent on them, and
on their money system.
yeah, and we're so separated amongst each other, because that's how you really beat a system like this. You have to bear together. You have to create, systems outside of the main system. That means people
Hmm.
bear coming together. um you think about when this country is on a barter system. Think about how when this country was on a barter system, where I can even go back to, when the Native Americans was, tribes was actually trading their skills, trading, some things that's grown in certain areas
Hmm.
couldn't be grown in other areas, so they traded off. Everything was much better and peaceful then. Yeah, they had they fights amongst the tribes, of course. That's human nature. But it wasn't at this extent now that it
It wasn't
is.
industrialized.
Yeah, because we
That's
have
the problem. It wasn't
TV. Yeah,
industrialized.
it wasn't industrialized, and we didn't have this technology where you able to broadcast into millions of homes at one time, with agendas and propaganda. That's really screwed us up. Industrializing everything.
Industrialization. Yep.
Yep, and then allowing this system to create, this separation by using propaganda. It wasn't easy to use propaganda back then because they didn't have a way to broadcast to millions of people at one time. So yeah, this is mainly, tell you the truth, is mainly on the people side. It's mainly the people have to bear more responsibilities than them, because it's millions of us. It's only a couple hundred
Billions.
thousand of
It's
these
billions of
people.
us,
Yeah,
bro.
billions. And there's only a couple hundred thousand of these people. So how was a couple hundred thousand able to get control of billions of people? Which I think is still an illusion. I don't think they really have control over billions of people, because there's that's just impossible.
They
But
got us.
for the
They
for the
got us
most part,
controlled with taxes. They
yeah,
got
with
us because
taxes, right?
they make us believe that we have to pay taxes, and we're paying into a system that's basically taking advantage of us. We're paying taxes. We're paying taxes into a system that don't benefit us at all.
Yeah, tax has been around since
And
the
then
beginning of time.
they make us make each other accountable.
Right.
That saying, shut up and pay your taxes type of ordeal. Oh, taxes is the most of it. Everything we do, if you making money,
Yeah.
everything you do, you got to make sure it's a tax write-off. And we
Yep.
just so focused on bowing down to these motherfuckers. Like
And I think right.
everything we do, we're focused on bowing down to the powers that be, and how could we serve them better? When really, like the way it's supposed to be, they supposed to be serving us. We give
Right.
them our tax dollars, and they supposed to be managing things for us, but instead they managing us, and they're doing it in the most abusive way.
And that's the only thing really they got, is where they got most control over, and where if taxes is through taxing us for taxing our labor and taxing everything. I believe the cookie will crumble if if everyone stopped paying tax. I believe if there was a campaign amongst the people, a grassroots campaign
I don't think
where
that's
people was like,
enough.
you don't think that's
No, we
enough?
got to stop supporting their industries too. We got, like you said earlier, we got to create systems
Right.
outside of their
Outside
system,
of that, right.
because as long as we keep supporting their industries, that's going to keep them afloat, and that's going to keep them in control of our lives. Because
Yeah.
we got to realize the industrial revolution wasn't to make our lives better. That was for them to be able to enslave us, but to consolidate the power to them, because they own all the industries, and the industries to provide us with everything we live in society, in modern society with, and they control it. They control everything in modern society through industrialization and taxes. Those are the two things that make them be able to control and consolidate power: is industrialization and taxes.
Right.
Yep. Those are and that's their source. That's their power source. That is literally their power source. And would keep that power source going to keep us enslaved is the propaganda that they do through the industrialized media. Because the media is another industry that they use to basically capture our minds. They capture our minds through that, and then everything else is taxes and money, and resources and products. That's how they control us. We're dominated through that. Because everything we do have to be based around their money system. Everything we do is based around their money system. The shit that we doing now, we trying to inspire people, but we still need resources and money to do it. So we still got to depend on them, basically their money system, to even continue doing this. So they already won in that aspect, but that's going to take the collective to see this. The collective have to see how we're being controlled, and most people ain't going to be able to get out of that because people are comfortable because we were born in it. We were born in it. So it's like, how the fuck you even break from something that you only known for your whole life? You only know this system. You don't know nothing outside of it.
Right.
So that's the problem that we're running into. A lot of us don't realize, the modern day human don't realize we are all born into slavery. The slavery of industrialization. Like, we're all born into like this money system that we're born into, in this industrialized system, and the way they tax us. To tell you the truth, this is like something the planet has never seen before. Like, recorded in history. The way we got industries now, how they control the planet, and to tell you the truth, these industries is what's destroying the planet. These industries are destroying the ecosystem.
The ecosystem, yep.
Yeah, and
the plastic,
and
the
not
heavy
just
metals,
the
and all
ecosystem,
this shit.
is as it destroys the ecosystem, it destroys our mental health. So that's another way
And
they're able
physical
to
health.
control us, because because they're destroying our mental health, yes, and our physical health
Physical health.
through industrialization, because industrialization is literally destroying the planet. It is. It is. And nobody can disagree with it. This is fact. This is factual. Most of the pollution and most of the bullshit, the contaminants and everything is from big industries.
Right.
Everything is from big industries. And the thing is, the general public pay way more taxes than these big industries do. Most of these industries don't even pay no taxes. They don't even pay no taxes, y'all. They get so many tax breaks. They got because a lot of the people who own these industries, the ones who's behind the industry, who owns it all, they're the ones we're paying taxes to. So that's the game. That's what makes the game rigged. Because that's why these big industries, the owners, don't pay taxes, because they're the one that's taxing us. Because if you really do your research, you'll find out behind most of the taxes in the world, the central banks are behind most taxes in the world, right? It's the central banks, the big financial institutions that's attached to the central banks also. So what's happening is they also own all the industries. They own every fucking industry. And you know what the proof of that? Look at BlackRock. Look at BlackRock. Look at State Street. Look at Vanguard. All those big industries consolidated and managed by these firms. By just three firms basically manage all the biggest industries on the planet.
Yep.
That's consolidated power. That's consolidated power right there.
All
you
the
know
same
what?
shareholders.
And you know what? As long as this information is out there and people just turn a blind eye to it, then we get exactly what the fuck we deserve.
Yeah, you're gonna suffer. Yeah, you're gonna suffer.
We're gonna suffer
of
due to ignorance. We're gonna get destroyed because of lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge.
And we turn in cowardice, being cowards. We turn a blind. We trying to inspire people. Yeah, we try to inspire people by doing these live streams, by putting out these videos. We're trying to inspire people by being entrepreneurs and actually creating a business that's separate from the system, where we're trying to use natural remedies and stuff to help people manage their mental health and their physical health and all of that. So we're trying, but we can't do this shit alone.
Nope.
We can't,
Take the
and you know,
collective
most people don't
consciousness.
even see our work because it's not glamorized, like, you know,
Right.
the big celebrities and shit. People only gravitate towards what the media glamorize. So that's
Fact.
another penalty that the Most High is going to get us with, because like you guys turn your back on people like us that's trying
The
to get you,
idolize.
inspire you to get to separate from that system. Come up out of her. Come up out of that wicked ass system of Babylon, because that's what the Industrial Revolution and all that shit was. Babylon. That's a form of Babylon right there. For all of y'all who believe in the Bible or whatnot, that's literally Babylon right there. These big ass industries. And y'all. And the thing is, I'm not saying y'all in here, but the general public idolize these people that Babylon creates and put in front of your face, and they just basically pawns that work for the system to keep you under control. But people like us, look, we barely we barely got, let's say we was one of those big ass celebrities, it'd be 10, 20,000 people in here.
Right.
Listening to some bullshit, listening to some gossip, or
Because that's
listening
false
to
light.
some drama, listening to some beef while they're enslaved. You sitting there enslaved, you don't know that you're a slave. All you know about is what the Kardashians did yesterday and all that bullshit, and you enslaved. Your family's enslaved, but you would get rowdied up when you hear about slaves from back in the day, from the slave trade. Oh yeah, if I was a slave on a planet, I would have stood up to massa. No, you wouldn't, because you
Well,
ain't
you're a
standing
slave
up to
now.
massa. You ain't standing up to
Right.
massa now.
Right.
You ain't standing up to massa now.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, for the people that are, just gotta sit back and watch it all unfold. Because usually when shit like this happen, the people that did, there's always a remnant. So when shit like this happen, the people that are aware of what's going on gets out the way, and they go, they separate themselves from the shit and go off somewhere and let this shit just crumble. You know what I mean? To be honest, because what you do when you have when you have a public full of people that sleep, you wake up the ones you can and you the fuck out of Dodge. Like Harriet Tubman in the Underground Railroad. She grabbed the slaves that she could grab and got the fuck out of Dodge. That's what that story symbolizes. Waking up the people that want to be woken up, and you get out of Dodge and let all that other shit crumble. So yeah, that's basically what we doing. We just gonna get the fuck out of Dodge. We're gonna wake up the people that need to be woke, that that adhere to the message, that's actually searching for the message and the truth, because that's very slim. That's very slim. You have to have it in you to wanna know the truth. If that shit ain't gonna find you if you ain't looking for it. You know what I'm saying? If you looking for it, if you true in your mind and true in your heart and actually looking for the truth, that shit will find you. You know what I'm saying? So for the people that's in there, it's crazy that the number's 33. It was 33. It was stuck on 33 for a long time. That's crazy.
That's a master number right
Right,
there.
right. It was before it turned 38, it was stuck on 33 for the past 5 minutes.
Peep that. Damn, you
33
peeped
people
that
in here.
too, huh? I
Yeah,
peeped that shit. Yeah,
yeah,
I peeped that. Like, damn, it's stuck on. That's a master number. The shit
right.
that we talking
So the
is only for the
33 in here,
motherfuckers
yeah, it's only for
who
the 33 that was in here. Yeah, yeah, for the 33 that was in here, that's for the people that want to adhere to this message. So it is what it is.
means the Most High is about to destroy this place, and a
Yeah,
lot of
it
people
has to
will go
be.
with it.
Yeah, it
Yep.
has to be because it's always a repeat. We in a constant cycle, a 360-degree cycle. So there's always a destruction, time for destruction, a time to build. It's always been that throughout history. It's time for destruction, and time to build. So what's happening now? We are in the destruction phase. I mean, it's the same thing as the weather's changing. You know, fall come around, the leaves fall off the tree. Winter come, everything freezes up, everything dies. When spring come around, all the shit springs back up. So it's the same. It's the same as we on this cycle. We on this constant cycle. So so that's what we dealing with. And when you know that, then you know that what phases we in. So being as though we in a destruction phase, it's like we're living in fall right now. We in fall right now. Everything's falling. And
Bro,
when
the most
everything's
the
fall,
whole most of the whole Old Testament reads like
it's all
this.
falling. Yeah, it's
You
all
realize
fall.
most of the Old Testament reads like this. The prophets
Yeah,
were always warning the people that you about to go into slavery.
yeah,
You worshiping you're following too much of the pagans and all that type
right.
of stuff. And it's crazy that people saying that the wicked people who's behind this is a Jewish thing. People saying
Right.
that is if we know it ain't Jews, we know is Zionists.
Well, the
But it's
Zionists is the
crazy,
Pharisees.
right?
Zionists
Zionists
are
is more
equal
so
to
the
the Pharisees,
Pharisees and the
the
Sadducees. Facts.
Sadducees. Yep.
But you realize the Old Testament reads like this. Like, I'm not saying that we prophets or anything, but I'm saying is like we out here trying to warn people, like the prophets
Yeah.
were warning people around that time,
Yeah.
basically saying the Most High is about to put your asses in slavery because
Yeah.
y'all just not getting it. Like it's like the Epstein
Right.
shit is out there. Like it's
Yeah.
out there. Like we all know the information, and we know these people ain't gonna slap the cuffs on themselves.
Right.
So it's up to the people to get rid of the wickedness that's in high places at this point.
And mind you,
Collectively,
the prophets wasn't at all perfect,
nope,
but they was conscious
damn
enough
sure it
to
wasn't.
wake other. Just read when you read the scriptures and just think about all the prophets. They all had flaws because by human nature we just have flaws. Period.
Facts,
So we going to make
facts,
mistakes. Even though you could be highly conscious and waking people up, you could be dealing with some shit. You could be you know uh have mad flaws yourself. Why
right?
at the same time as waking people up? That's just human nature, though. That's
Facts.
because we dealing with human nature, and by human nature, we're flawed by default.
But
So
what that teaches us, the message is more important than our
the message
flaws.
is more important than the messenger.
Yep,
That's what teaches is the messenger. The message is more important than the messenger.
facts.
So but this day and age, people are more focused on who the messenger is rather than the
Yep.
message. That's why we got 33 people. Yo, this number is staying on 33, bro. You see that?
Yeah, I see it.
It's
It
staying
was
on
like that then
33.
too, though. The people are always things don't change. It's just like we just keep seeing the
All
same
right,
shit happening over and over again,
right,
and we keep doing the same things over and over again. Because like the messenger, they always focused on the messenger and not the
right.
message.
I think we
Even when
living,
you read the Old Testaments and all that, they always came after the messenger
and it's
and just
crazy.
totally disregarded the message.
And it's crazy because when you read them scriptures, you're basically just reading about yourself and reading the time. Because it's not like, yeah, you could think about history and all that, but when you read shit like that, you can understand that this is all still happening in real time as you reading it, like the never ending
Hmm.
story, like the movie
Right.
The Never Ending Story. As he was reading it, it was happening at the same time he was reading it. So that's when you read the scriptures, that's how you got to read all these texts. That this is still happening now, but you're reading about what's happening now.
Right. Not as
Yeah.
a historical
Not
book, but as
right.
like
Yeah.
you gotta read the concepts behind it.
Right.
Like you gotta understand, and the concepts is literally the message, and that still stands true today. And it's like the aha moment is like you're reading about it and you judging those people based on what they doing in those pages, not realizing it's a reflection of you
Right.
and what you're currently doing now. You could be judging the people while you read them. Oh, look at them Israelites doing this and doing that,
Right.
upsetting God again, and you
Right.
doing the same exact
Doing the
shit
same
right
thing.
now.
Right.
Like while you reading it, you're doing the same thing. Like that, and that's the irony behind all of this.
Right.
That's the iron. And another thing is the irony behind all this is the fact that they saying that the Jews is behind this shit when it's really
Yeah,
the
it's really
synagogue of
the
Satan that's
yeah,
behind this shit.
it's really the Pharisees and the Sadducees
Right,
that's behind it.
right.
It's the Pharisees because you realize the Jewish people, the Jews the Hebrews was separate from the you know the Sadducees and the Pharisees. They was the money changers. They was the
Right.
bankers, the
Fact.
Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and the Orsini, all these different. Well,
The
they would
central
be the
banks. Right.
Romes. Yeah, they would be the Rome faction of it. Like they would be the Rome faction of it. Like that's why people be like Rome. Rome never fell. Rome never left. It's just transcended over. So all these no black nobility families would be the Caesars and all them. That would be
Right.
those
Right.
people. The
Fact.
Rothschilds, Rockefeller, and them would be the Pharisees of it.
And the Sadducees. Yup.
So the story don't change. The story, the only thing changes is the faces. The storyline remains the same in this script.
Facts.
So the script, realize y'all gotta realize this is a script that we all living out
The
anyway on the grand
scriptures.
scheme of things,
Yeah.
right?
The
The script, the
scriptures.
scripture. So it doesn't change. People looking at it like, oh, it was back then that happened. No, this
It's
when you
happening
read
right
this shit is
now.
happening in real time.
Right
So
now.
the story never changes, only the faces does. That's like the show From we watch. The
Cause
story
what did
doesn't
he
change,
say?
the
What did he
faces
say?
change.
What did he say? He said, "Look at your money. Whose face is on that money?" You can still
Right.
say the same
You
shit
can still
today.
say that now. You can still say that now.
We're still in the system of Babylon right now.
Right.
We're literally still in the system of Babylon, and the thing is, you got to break away from that system within first, and
Right.
then it radiates out. Cause that's what's happened, and that's what happened with us. That's why we got. That's why we doing it. This what we're doing right now. Like from the inside, we already broke from that system,
Right.
internally. Now we
Exactly.
just expressing that. Now we just expressing it.
Right, Lorietta. Yup. You peep that? She said I was just about to say that. It's like just like From. Yeah, it's like From.
Yeah,
The
definitely
story
like the
doesn't
show
change.
from.
Yeah, the story doesn't change. Only the faces do. That's it. Storyline remains the same. Oh,
That's
let me
true.
play this. Let me play this real quick. 'Cause this dude was going off at Gates outside the outside when
Right.
he came from the deposition.
Follow Jesus.
Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Bill, stop being a baby flesh eater. Stop consuming adrenochrome. Follow King Jesus. You can't escape his gaze, Bill Gates. God sees all your evil, Bill Gates. Every day he sees it. You reap what you sow, Bill. You can't escape the eyes of King Jesus. He's watching you. You Satanist, you transgender, Bill Gates. God knows you're a woman, Bill. There's nowhere to hide, Bill. Jesus is watching you. Sir, step out of the path. You got nowhere to hide, Bill. You're transgender.
How they protect this criminal? They love protecting their criminals, boy. They be gathering, get out the path. No, but he need to get the hell out the path. Hell, you talk about get out the path.
Don't they?
Bill,
Don't they love protecting these
hey,
criminals?
Bill Gates is in our path. He in our path. He need to get the hell out our way. Hell, talking about get out the path. What the hell?
And that's exactly what we're talking about. Look how these people, these wicked people, are so protected, living cushiony lives, while people like us is struggling nonstop. Why these people get to live cushiony lives? It's insane. It's insane how this world is, the injustice behind this world, the imbalance in this world. Like this dude said, dude probably like Bill probably eat babies and everything.
Yeah, adrenochrome,
Eating babies,
all
drinking
that.
blood, human trafficking, human experimentation, all of that. And look how they treat him. Get out of the way. Get out of this pedophile's way. Get out of this baby eat this human trafficker's way. He's important. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Get out of his way. He's important.
That's crazy.
Because he's worth $1 billion of Caesar's money. Like that. That's what you get out of this. That's literally what we're seeing in real time.
That's insane,
The system protecting their own, which is human traffickers, cannibals, and pedophiles, and all the rest. All you can just name the whole list right down. We at 33 still.
We still stuck at 33.
Yep.
Shout out to y'all 33 that's in here listening. Y'all the chosen ones. Y'all the ones that's searching for the truth. And we ain't just saying the buck stops here, but y'all on the path searching for the truth. So truth is gonna find you. You ain't even got to go look for it. It's gonna find you because you got it in your heart and in your soul that you want to know the truth.
Which means you're under the protection of the Most High. Which means you're under the protection of the Most High.
That's a fact.
Because you are putting in the effort to find the truth.
It said, "Seeking you shall find," right? Seeking
Yep.
you shall find. So this woman reports that Bill Gates, Pfizer CEO, Alberta, I guess his name Borla, ordered to testify in the front. I guess the Dutch COVID vaccine injury lawsuit. So I guess they, got a lawsuit against Pfizer, as they should. Let's get into this real quick, though.
Bill Gates and the CEO of Pfizer are being ordered to testify in court. They try to get out of it, but they are being ordered to testify in court. And the accusations and the evidence that is being held against them by the plaintiffs is insane. Okay, so here are some of the evidence that they have. And they said they have strong evidence to support these accusations. So the first one is that the COVID vaccine was a bioweapon. You heard me correctly, that the vaccine was used as a bioweapon, thus going against the Bioweapons and Anti-Terrorism Act of 1989. They have strong evidence to support this claim. Another accusation is that they purposefully concealed what the vaccine was going to do. They misled the public. They worked with government officials, media, to purposefully conceal the truth. Another accusation that they are facing is that they knew that it was going to result in mass casualty, that the vaccine was going to result in mass casualty, and they're accusing them of committing genocide. These are strong accusations that the plaintiffs have strong evidence to support, otherwise they would not be making them. It wasn't like a world health issue, it was a government project. And they did this because they believe in population control. This is not new information. A lot of people that are part of the World Forum talk about it. Bill Gates has talked about it.
First, we've got population.
Yo, you know what? They have so much blood on their hands, and it's overwhelming to the point they can't even hide it anymore. And I don't think they care about hiding it because they feel like the public ain't gonna do nothing about it. But I'm be honest, they in for a rude awakening thinking that. They so arrogant to think that at at no point in time that the people could just snap out of it. They really banking on that. The people not just staying asleep. They think
And that's what usually
how it's gonna
happens.
happen.
That's how empires fall.
Yep. That's insane, bro.
Hmm.
Now, yeah. Well, I mean, we knew they was gonna catch some type of blowback for that, for the scamdemic. It just wasn't a right. That wasn't. We know that wasn't handled right at all. We know that was just a whole
It was a
bullshit.
test.
Yeah, a whole bullshit scheme, and a test.
Yep, and also they wanted to inject that we've been saying that.
Right.
We been knew that. We told y'all years ago that stuff was a bioweapon. We told y'all years ago. Straight from the jump.
Yep.
Like we already knew what they were doing because they told us what they were going to do. It ain't because we're prophets or anything. No, they literally
They
tell us
tell you
what
the
they're going to
plan.
do because they
Right.
know most people don't. They know most people just not paying attention. We too
Right.
stuck on our idols. Too stuck on they come out with shows called American Idol and all because they know
Right.
the bread and circuses is going to distract the general public.
Absolutely.
While they able to slip in stuff like this, and that's just what they do.
Absolutely.
They use the same like if you actually read history, like old evil empires like Rome, like the Roman Empire and all, they use these same tactics. Like they tactics never change. Like you said, the story continues. It's like the story never changes.
Only faces. That's it.
Only the faces. Yup. Only the people who's playing the characters. The story don't change. The characters don't change. Only the people who's playing the characters change.
What the man in the yellow suit said on From, once the story is told, you can't change it.
Yeah, I say that all the time that we living in From.
Right.
In the show From. Yeah, this is it. This is it right here. And just think about it. These freaks like Epstein and all them, they operate like those monsters that come out at night.
Yeah, facts. That's fact.
They come after the kids. They sacrifice the kids. They eat them. They drink the blood. Like they like.
Yeah, the
Like, you
writers of
gotta
that
think
show knew
about
it.
it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
writers of that show definitely knew what they was, what they was writing. They definitely was, on point with the writing. You know what I mean? So, because I thought that when I first started tapping into that show, that's what I was thinking of. Like, damn, from pertains to Earth, period, on a grand scheme of things. The story remains the same. Only thing changes is the faces. Yeah, and we all figuring out how to get the hell out.
You can't even escape this shit. You just keep coming back to it.
Just coming back like different roles.
Replaying the
Right.
same stories
Right.
over and over again.
And there's a bit of reincarnation into that too, right? Because the characters and shit. So yeah. So it's basically just fulfilling the script, the role. Like the script remains the same. It's just different people playing the roles that's already there. So it's a constant story that just continues. Like that's crazy, bro. You said what is the name of this movie? No, it's a show on Apple TV. I mean MGM called From.
GM Plus, yeah.
MGM Plus. They got the dude from Oz, the black guy from Oz, the one in the wheelchair from Oz. He's the main character in it, and a few other actors in it. But he's like the most noticeable actor in it. You'll see him. You know what I'm talking about. I forgot his name. Damn, forgot his name.
Harold
Yeah.
Pernew or something like that.
Yeah, Harold Pernew. Yeah.
He was also in that movie with the best. Was it The Best Man?
Yeah, The Best Man. He was in Romeo and Juliet. He was in
Romeo and Juliet.
Oz.
Yep.
He was the wheelchair dude in Oz.
He was in
Show.
Lost.
Lost. Yeah,
He was
Lost
in
is that
Sons of
from is actually
Anarchy.
right. And Lost is actually the same writers from. So if you watch the Lost series that came on, the From writers are the same. These the same people that did show Lost. Yeah, so check that John out. But yeah, this is we living in that. That's basically what we living in. So this nigga Bill Gates and Fauci, why Fauci ain't on the top chopping block too? Because those like the two,
He
face.
resigned and went in hiding. He probably
He
in some
resigned and went in
underground
hiding.
bunker somewhere.
Right. He know the shit's about to hit the fan. Yeah, they been
Didn't
talking about.
Yahoo have a display of a COVID vac of a needle? He got a display of it like as an
For himself?
accomplishment.
For himself?
Yeah, yep. It's like a museum type of display. Yep. And he's sitting there idolizing it, looking at it in a display case of it's
Wow.
like a model of the COVID. Yeah, the
So it's
COVID
a
vax.
trophy. So basically
Yeah, like
like
a
a
trophy.
a
Yep.
trophy there.
Basically saying we was able to pull it off.
We was able to pull it off.
Yep. We got billions of people to take it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And like we
Yeah.
live in the goddamn Twilight Zone.
Or a Black Mirror episode.
Black Mirror.
Yep.
It's
It's like a mixture of Black Mirror and From.
Right.
It's like a mixture of Black Mirror, From, and that movie, that John Carpenter movie from back in the day, in the Mouth of Madness and shit.
Mouth of Madness, yup.
It's just
Yeah,
one
this
big
shit is-
ass twisted nightmare we in, bro. And you try to show people this, like you try to talk to, and a lot of people ain't trying to hear it, but then you got a lot of people who are
Yeah, you
waking
got
up
a
to
lot
it
of people
because
who
it's
are.
like, damn, stuff is really effed up around here. What's going on?
Yeah, people starting to demand answers. Like, what the hell? We need some answers. We need answers. That's most people that's becoming aware of what's going on, demanding answers. But you really is figuring this shit out, really, tell you the truth, and connecting the dots and be like, oh, this is what they trying to do. This is what the hell they trying to do.
It's to the point where you ain't even got to connect the dots anymore. They telling you what they going to do.
All right.
Like like Bill Gates will come right out and say, yeah, we're going to have another pandemic. Like how you know we're going to have another pandemic?
Right. Like
how you know?
Because they plan on doing another pandemic on it,
Exactly.
You can't
He
predict.
says it all the he
Yeah,
says it all the time in his interviews.
yeah. He's saying like it's a prediction or some shit. Nah, it's because that's the plan.
And then he got caught in the Epstein files talking about how they gonna do the whole COVID thing in 2017. That
Right.
email that he wrote to Epstein and basically wanting Epstein's help of how could they do this pandemic, this global pandemic.
Yeah, well,
That's
Epstein
literally in the Epstein
funded.
files, y'all. They
Yeah,
were planning
funded.
the pandemic in the Epstein files.
Yeah, he said Epstein, you know, this guy had money and connections, and he said he wanted to, you know, put money towards the what do you say, the global health fund or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what y'all think he was talking about? The global health fund. What happened globally? The scamdemic. So
And
that's
basically, him and Epstein was behind the World Health Organization.
yeah,
They helped get the funding to be able to pull it all off. And then they made their money back by owning the mask companies, by owning the vaccine companies.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they made their money. They made billions, billions, and billions of dollars. Hundreds of billions of dollars off the pandemic.
Do you think people are, you know, I think at this particular time that we in, because I'm looking at this shit like a game. Like I'm all right, so if people been put to sleep, right? And it's really the individual to wake up to this shit, right? It's like a game and shit. It's like we put ourselves into a game, and because you don't get put into the game knowing everything. That's like you know, opening up motherfucking Mario and knowing Mario right off the bat and shit. Nah, you gotta go through all the shit to actually end the game. You just ain't gonna be able to end that shit just by, right off the bat, unless you know the play. Cause you ever see motherfuckers on YouTube that be playing Mario and they never die, they just play the whole game straight through and end the game without dying once because they already know the play. They already know what to do. So I'm thinking like we're just born into this shit, not knowing what to do, and then we gotta kind of figure this shit out for ourselves. And that's where we at with this. It's just people just sleep right now and gotta kind of wake up and figure this shit out. And you put these monsters in, these King Koopa ass motherfuckers, like these monsters and King Koopa type motherfuckers that all against you while you trying to wake up. It's like the show From. All these monsters coming while you're trying to figure a way out. They're there just to block you from trying to get out. So you have to figure a way to maneuver to get out of this shit. So I think that's just what we all, participating in right now is a whole fucking game. It's a game. I remember old head used to say that shit all the time. Dick Gregory. It's a game. That was one of his favorite lines. One of his favorite taglines. It's a game. This shit is a game that we in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is set up like a game.
Yeah, this shit is a game, bro.
Yeah, everything is set up like a game.
This shit is a
It
game.
is everything. Our whole social structure, economic structure, everything is set up like a game. It is.
Saying some people were able to get the cheat
But this
code.
is a rigged game, though.
Right. But some
That's the
people were
thing,
able to
though.
get the
This
cheat
game
code.
is
Right.
rigged, bro.
Well, the game is already set. So it's like we said, you playing Mario, but then you find out that you can step on a turtle 100 times to get 100 lives and shit. You see what I'm saying? So there's shit within the game that you could kind of figure out, like the cheat code and shit. You see what I'm saying? There's always a cheat code. So some people are able to figure it out and get the cheat code and some not. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at this shit, bro. I look at this shit like this shit is a game. Everybody trying to figure this shit out. They're like, all right, what's this game of life be like? Why are we here? Why are we, what we doing here? Why are we here at this particular time? We
Earth
gotta
is a
figure this shit
survival
out.
game.
Right.
They turn Earth into a survival game.
Yeah, this shit is a game, bro.
I mean, just look how our economy is set up and how the world is set up. Don't you know they say there's more empty houses out there than there are homeless people. The only reason why those homeless people ain't able to go into those empty homes is because it's a game.
Right.
It's a
And that's
game that you
crazy.
play. Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's
That's more
literally this.
empty.
All this shit is literally a game, and that's why you think everybody's so competitive. Rather than coming together, people is
Yeah,
more so
competitive.
competitive.
Right. Right.
Everybody's
Right.
so divided. That's why that term "dog eat dog world" and all that shit comes, because
Right.
it's a game. Everybody's playing it like it's a game. Everything is about what you can acquire and have
Right.
on paper. You know what I'm saying? All the bonus rounds that you get and all this shit, and you get to basically gloat around, while some people ain't got nothing.
Right. Right. Right.
And that's literally what this shit is, a game. Look, it's back to 33 again, and it's fixed.
Yeah.
Because we talk this shit that we talking is like master talk. It's mastering the consciousness of your consciousness is mastered by knowing this information.
Yeah. That's
A
crazy
lot of
that this
people don't
live.
think deep enough to realize what the reality that we're in, and this reality is literally played like a game for sure.
And it ain't by coincidence that this live stream remained on 33 for the most of the time we've been on here. Of course, it's been going up and down, but that number 33 is
Been
definitely
fixed.
been
Yeah, it's been
fixed.
fixed
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it's significant. So shout out to the 33 that's in here listening. We understand that 33 is a master number. You understand? 33 vertebrae in the spine. Jesus dying at 33. You know what I'm saying? So 3 and 3 is 6. 6 represents destruction. So we understand, and 3 represent ascension. Uh, the 33 represents ascension in 2. So yeah, it's just we understand that the numerology that's being used. So that's crazy that for most of this live stream that have been stuck on that master number 33. It's crazy. Sheesh.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's real
indeed.
crazy. It's real crazy though that the same script is playing out over and over again, and we don't see it. Like, it's right in front of our faces. We read about it, you know what I mean? We study it, but not realize we're currently living it. We're currently living.
Currently,
We're
right,
living it. People are living what they're reading and not even realizing it.
right,
You're not realizing you go, I'm gonna go read the scriptures today, not realizing you're in the scriptures right now, currently in real time.
right.
And it's a never-ending story. It's a never-ending story. It's a story that just keep going on and on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But if you're able to tap into this consciously, you could choose what character you're going to be.
Yeah,
You could
and
pick
that's
your character.
and I think it's just alternate. I think you just alternate, really. You know what I mean? Like I just think you could alternate. It's like when was it Cypher that was trying to get put back into the Matrix? His name was Cypher. Yeah, when
Yup, it
it
was
was a
Cypher.
Cypher.
Yup.
Cypher was trying to get put back into the Matrix. By but he was asking Agent Smith, for this information, put me back in as an actor or someone of importance, actor or politician, whatever he was asking. But in the Matrix. That's what we living in. It's what we living in basically represents the Matrix. The female, what is it? The female calf or something like that. Um, so when Cipher asks, Agent Smith to put him back into the Matrix, he said put him back in as a character of importance.
Mm-hmm.
So that's and and you realize when Neo visited the architect was like, well, this been happening over and over. So he's the architect. So this been destroyed. The Matrix been destroyed and rebuilt numerous times. That's what he was telling Neo through all the bullshit they was talking about. Because a lot of shit people they was talking about was kind of like gibberish. Like people like, what the hell is conversation about? Like when he seen the architect when he visited. But the main thing out of that is that the Matrix just destroyed and rebuilt over and over again. So, and that's what it is. We just playing characters, bro, and we can sometimes alternate characters. Like me and you, brothers and shit. We can come back in his life, and you could be like alternate and be a sister of mine, or I'll be a father or something. Like it's just like the souls, the energy is always there. For you know what I mean, the energy is always there, and we just basically use that energy to tap into and use it for whatever we use it for. It could be used for good, it could be used for evil. You know, so real shit.
Yeah, come to find out, Neo was playing the same story over and over again,
Yep.
and that's why he was getting deja vu. And then he see the black cat.
Right. And that's why we get deja vu. It's an overlapping
Facts.
time. It's an overlapping time. I
Yep.
mean, everyone goes through this life having deja vu at some point in time. And that's just an overlapping time. That's all it
Which means
is.
we done it before.
Yeah, time overlapping itself. And facts. Shit, the whole movie Deja Vu with Denzel Washington in it and Jim Caviezel. That kind of explains, you know, the whole deja vu thing. Just time overlapping itself. You know, so and we all had deja vu. Like, damn, I feel like I've done this shit before. I mean, because you have. Because you gotta realize what eternal is. Eternal is something that lasts forever. Infinity. It can't be. It's something that's everlasting. So if you think we in existence for eternity, what do you think we doing for eternity? We're playing out these different scripts. It's like, all right, you just gonna be stagnated in the spiritual realm, just being just being one thing. Nah, energy constantly moves. It constantly creates. And
Never
that's what we're
ending
doing.
story.
It's a never ending story, bro. Like the movie, the never ending story. So we're constantly just moving throughout shit. We're just pure energy moving throughout things. That's it. Just moving throughout things and
And
creating
we're
these.
constantly ascending and descending.
That's it.
Ascending and descending.
Right.
Jacob's ladder, ascending and descending, ascending and descending.
That's
And we
it.
do that in life. That's just the
Right.
cycle of life.
Facts.
One year you could be up, the next year you could be
Be
down.
damn.
Another 2 years from now, you could be back up, and then you could be back down. Like
Right.
it's literally like everything operates like that.
Yeah, nothing remains, the same, you know, so shit is always changing. It's always changing. Energy constantly always moving. Because stagnated energy is just dead. That's dead. That's death. When the energy is stagnated, that's death. So it has to keep moving throughout. So yeah,
Which is a form of sleep and hibernation.
sleep, right? Sleep and hibernation. Yeah, I wouldn't even say death, but yeah, like sleep and hibernation, right? Right. And that's rings true because look at the seasons. We got 4 seasons. You know, things, you know, uh, die and then things spring up again. Yeah, this shit is crazy though. So this nigga, so all this shit with this Epstein shit, man, I feel like all this shit is just it's a wake up call to the people to make us realize what type of people are running our governments or just making decisions for us on a daily basis. That's in control of our industries and finances and all that. That's a wake up call to us showing who these people really are. It's like the mask being uncovered. It's like we peeking behind the curtains and seeing who the real eyes is. The eyes ain't really that powerful and shit. It's all an illusion. These people make us think they got the power by using these magic boxes, using these tactics that they use with the propaganda. These people really don't have no power. If you look at it on a grand scheme of things and on the spiritual side of things, these people don't have no real power. That shit is like the Wizard of Oz. It's like the dog Toto peeking behind the and pulling the goddamn curtain, and it's a regular man behind there with all this, you know, theatrics and shit, scaring the goddamn crow and the people that coming to see the eyes. Like he ain't really that probably a weak ass frail man behind that curtain. That's how I look at these elites. They weak ass frail people behind the curtains, man. They ain't got no real power. They only got power because it's the power of illusion. They using magic on our asses. That's all
Give
they
them
doing is
that
you.
though. Like the
Yeah,
collective give them that power
yeah.
because when someone get elected, what they say, he's in power.
He's in power, right?
Like we give them that power. I mean, and the thing is, I'm not saying we don't give them that power, but the
I
collective,
don't
the
consent.
general population, give
Right.
them that power.
Yeah, I don't
By the
consent.
very fact they say that they're in power, but when really it was originally designed for the politicians and the law enforcement authority to not be authority but servants to the public.
Right.
But that changed though. Now they just the authority figures. How they go from servants to authority figures? That means we head into a fascist dictatorship. That's why. And we're born into a system that's originally they supposed to be servants, but over time now we call them authority figures.
Right.
And we giving them our money to have authority over us.
Yeah, we
That's the
give them our
crazy part.
energy. We give them our
Yes.
energy. Yep.
Yes. We giving
Yeah.
them our currency, our
Giving them our
energetic,
currency.
everything. We putting these people in power and we letting them rule over us on some bondage type shit.
Right.
And
Shit
we
is
acting
crazy.
like we like it on some 50 Shades of Grey type shit. Like the people is really on some 50 Shades of Grey type shit.
He said people like it like 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the general public is on some 50 Shades of Grey when it comes to these politicians.
We're being romanticized by our fucking government.
They whooping our asses and everything.
Right.
We acting like we like it. If you don't like it, you can
Like
leave.
the abuse.
That's it. You don't like it, you can leave.
Right. We like they saying he like the abuse.
Yeah, they love it.
Like,
Yeah, the
like the
general
abuser.
public love the abuse.
Right. Like it's like the abused love the abuser. Yeah, the very scripture says people gonna love their servitude. People gonna fall in love with their servitude, bro. They love it. They love it.
And they make sure your neighbor keeps you accountable to the system. Like they quick to turn you in. Your neighbor quick to turn you in.
Oh, see something,
snitch
say
on
something.
you. Yep. But when
See
it comes to
something,
wicked motherfuckers like Epstein, they get idolized. Palm Beach Pete and shit getting idolized right now.
Right.
That's clearly Epstein walking around calling himself Palm Beach Pete. And people's idolizing. They taking pictures with him. They say, I love you, Palm Beach Pete. And he's so arrogant and so confident that he's running for mayor for Palm Beach. And that's Epstein. That's the crazy shit about all of this. It's wild, man.
If
We
he ain't
living in a
Epstein,
wild
he's a
society. It's
relation.
almost like we getting what we deserve to like, I mean, and the people in here and us, the conscious folks, we gonna be protected through this because we know it's all bullshit.
Right.
But the general public who's just all for it, yeah, it's some hard shit that's coming. We think things are bad now, they only gonna get worse. And it's the shit we was warned of. This part of the story where they tear each other apart.
Right. Yeah, right. He said that, yeah. I don't want to give y'all, just in case y'all want to watch from, I don't want to give it away, but yeah, there's a point in time in there where someone said this is where they tear each other apart. Real shit. Yeah, that's why when I first, From is definitely on point. The writers is definitely on point with that shit. Because that's what's happening. That's what's actually happening. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. And Lorietta said I made it into episode 2 and then I stopped. Yeah, keep watching that. But I don't even, that's why I ain't saying nothing of what's going on too much because some people might want to tap in and watch that. Shit, we waiting for another show, Silo. Waiting for that shit to come back on. There's another good show called The Silo.
And all these shows are relevant to what's happening nowadays.
Yeah, it is. And that's how they basically program our subconscious for the people that's awake knows what these shits are, what these shows are, so they can watch it with that, with their subconscious intact while they watching it. They be like, all right, well, because it's like you already know what the knowledge is, as far as what it is, and you're aware. So when you watching it from a different type of lens. You're like, oh yeah, so this or so they referencing this to what's going on with this. Most people,
Yep.
majority of people that watch it from an entertainment lens.
Oh, it's just a movie. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's just
just
a
a
movie, or it's just a show, or it's just something, just a. But when we watch that shit, we like, oh shit, they referencing this to this, and so we able to see that shit through a different type of lens. Because it's the thing where art imitates life, or life imitates art, and shit like that. So you able to understand what the message is on a grand scheme of things. Because a lot of these type shows be, they be metaphysical type shows and shit. So when you understand metaphysics, you can pretty much figure that shit out. You can understand what you're watching from a grand scheme of things. You said The Simpsons, it's just a cartoon, right? Yeah, that's what they say. Uh, Brother Ryan, they say it's just a cartoon, but it's really all predictive programming. That's what it really is. Like they use that predictive programming to basically program people's subconscious to accept what their, accept the agenda of what's happening, or what's to come, as far as with their agenda. Yep.
Truman Show.
Yeah, the Truman Show, right?
Because it's all ran by script. Everything is ran by script. Every time your favorite politician address the nation, there's a script behind it. Every
Right.
time your favorite celebrity accept that award, or you see him on that television screen doing something else, it's scripted.
Right.
Everything in this world is scriptures.
And the thing
Everything is
about it,
scripted.
right? And the thing is, it's, those who playing their part, far as like, just doing their job and accepting achievements or whatever. That's no knock to them, because they just doing their thing, far as like playing a part. So I don't look at them and as idols. I look at them as just people that's playing a part. So and some of them, I like people. I like they work. It's because I look at the craft of it all. Like, all right, this person is gifted. This person got a craft. They mastered their craft, and you know, I don't look at it more than what it is. Now, some of these people
Right.
you can side eye, some of these people you can side out in that industry, but for the most part, I'm just looking at these motherfuckers just being hired to do a job. That's it. You shouldn't be all wrapped up in that shit anyway, to the point where you you idolizing and all that shit. You shouldn't be. It's all right to admire people and they work, but you ain't gotta idolize them. You know,
Right.
like you just acknowledge they work. Like, oh yeah, they good actor, man, good rapper, they good singer.
Right.
They doing their thing or whatever, and you could admire that part of it. But to actually fall into the worship of things and become like this goddamn, they be having these type of followings like the Beehive and the Barbie gang and all this shit, and you actually going out your way for these goddamn celebrities that don't even know you exist. Because some of these people be like so much diehard fans that they'll go to the limit for hurt somebody for that celebrity that they follow. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
there's a
Like,
difference between admiration and idolizing.
right. Like they hurt somebody behind Beyonce, boy. Like a Beyonce fan that follow that Beyonce shit, they hurt somebody behind her saying something about her or some shit like that. Yeah, that shouldn't be. That type of
Right.
shit shouldn't be. You should let a person get that much power over you where you would go out your way to hurt somebody else on the strength of their name.
You
That's
don't even know
idolizing.
them. They don't
And
even
you don't
know
even know.
you.
Yeah, you'll go to jail for Beyonce and she wouldn't bail your ass out of jail or nothing. She wouldn't even know the shit
Hell
happened.
nah.
She wouldn't even know the shit happened.
Or
That's
if she
that's all.
did find out that it
Right.
happened, she'd
She
just say
ain't even
that
do shit
person was
about it.
crazy.
Right. Or and then look the same as these politicians that people go out their way to vote for. Like you'll argue and fight people in your own home behind these goddamn politicians. Like, yo,
They damn sure will.
do you know they don't know you this is shit is going on? They don't know you exist. And you
They
willing
don't
to
give a
cut
shit about you.
right. You'll go at the person that will look out for you and give you $20 if you needed it. You couldn't get no $20 from a politician if you needed that shit. So why would you destroy the person
Instead,
next to
they
you?
take $40 from you.
Right. That shit is
They
crazy to
won't
me,
give you
bro.
$20. They'd take $40. So yeah, it's confusing when you're conscious. It's confusing when you're conscious. When you finally wake up to the bullshit, the stuff start to look foreign. Stuff that you accepted in the past start to look so
Yeah, look
foreign
for
and
him.
like,
Right.
yeah, it's like, damn, what the hell was I thinking with that mindset? What in the hell?
Yeah, Rhythm Root Radio. You said y'all should create a list of movies and shows you currently watch. Yeah, I do that. I post it on the community tab. I post it on the community tab. We'll just do that. Because a lot of these shows is some real good shows, man. And, it is what it is. But yeah, a lot of these people, it's too much idolizing going on in society. Yeah. Yo, make sure y'all check us out, man. 90dayherbals.com too, man. Y'all know we sell our herbal products too. So make sure y'all check us out, man, on the website, the 90 Day Herbals website. Go over there, look around, man. There's some things on there for you. Whether you're buying our soap, whether you're buying our sea moss or buying our body oils and stuff, our CBD. Go over there and check us out, man. Shout out to y'all that been supporting us and buying the products. Y'all bought products, we shipping y'all products out. Y'all already know. There's a lot of people that have been following us for years that have been buying our products, faithfully. So shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all that been, buying our products faithfully. Because they know it's quality, bro. Good quality. When you sell good quality products, it people going, respect that. People going for the people that that use quality products, because not everybody use quality products. Some people will go to the
Facts.
family dollar and they buy some bullshit. But some people out here don't want to use bullshit. They want to use actual products with real ingredients in it that's effective. They don't want to use that store bought shit that's chemical based. They ain't really doing that for them. So shout out to y'all that recognize the quality of our products and that support us on a constant basis. We appreciate y'all business, man. We appreciate that. Y'all keep us afloat. Y'all been keeping us afloat all these years, and we definitely appreciate that. And so continue to support that. Like these videos and share these videos, man. For y'all that been, holding us down and sharing the videos and liking the videos and watching them, we appreciate that. Because
Facts.
the information got to be out there. It got to get out there. Because there are people out here looking for this information. So, and they'll find it.
Right.
They'll find it. So shout out to y'all that been tuning in. Yeah, right now we got the sale. Yup, buy two, get one free sale. The CBD products on all the CBD products, wherever there's the CBD smokes, the cigarettes, the CBD pre-rolls, or the vapes and all that, the loose flower. Just use that code, that checkout code, BOGO Flower 26 during checkout. Y'all get your, we'll throw that free one in there if you buy two. So shout out to y'all, man.
Right.
Appreciate y'all coming through, man, rocking out with us, man. Make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't. Click that like button and share this broad stream with your peoples, or you can share it on your social medias. If you feel like any parts of this you want to chop up and share, you can do that too. Or you want
Facts.
to react to whatever, you can do that too. Get the message out there by any means, man.
By any means.
Yo, I see YouTube started this chat. Now you can chat directly with people on YouTube and shit. Like they put the chat direct thing on YouTube.
Where you find that at?
It's at the top. If you go to the top where it says accounts at, look at the bell, the notifications, where it's right next to the notifications. You'll see like a two chat.
Snaps. I
See
ain't
that?
even see that.
Yeah. Right. So you can invite people to a chat directly.
When they started doing that?
They just added this yesterday. Just added this.
Damn.
I mean, they was beta testing there, and like, they always beta testing in other countries that they do it, but yeah, now they allow people to do that. So you can actually invite people. Say hello to direct messaging. Now you can send videos right on YouTube. So each link can start one chat. So all you gotta do is send a link to people to chat.
Wow.
Yep. I'm gonna test this shit out too. I'm gonna send this shit to the Talk Media joint. Send it to the test this shit out. Dang. Open link and add. Oh, I guess I gotta change. Gotta change the profile to another profile. Yep, allow messaging. Damn. Yep. Oh shit. Let me see. Yep. It's crazy.
Oh wow.
Yep. See if you can
YouTube
respond
doing
to
all
that.
this shit. They need to stop shadow banning our videos.
Yeah, stop. Exactly. Well, we're gonna use this shit to just post a link. Like we start inviting motherfuckers. Can we do a group chat on this motherfucker? We could do a group chat on this show. Then shit. We can send a motherfucking link to the group chat. Y'all can get the.
It says invite others to message.
Yeah, it look like you can invite others, right? See if you can respond. Go to the top and see if you can respond. I invited the Talk Media channel. See if you can respond to that shit. It's at the chat joint. Yup. Yeah, that shit worked, bro. Yeah, I just seen you respond. Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, if they put it out there, you will hope that it will work.
Yeah. No, you never know with YouTube with they buggy ass system. The buggies.
Look what it says. Messages may be reviewed to make sure they follow community guidelines.
Yeah, you know they got
let
snoop
you
in
know.
Yeah, you know you gotta be careful, yup. Snooping in there and shit. It's crazy. Yeah. So now y'all can message motherfuckers on there, but you gotta send a link. So that's the way they controlling it. Or you gotta send a link to the person. But I guess once you send a link, you can chat back and forth. But this chat definitely ain't private when it comes to YouTube, because YouTube will look in there, and that's why they got the community shit on there. They can look in there anytime they want to see what the hell being discussed. So Pete, that's like if you're a careless person, you're gonna get caught up on doing some dumb shit on there doing that. You're gonna get caught
That's
up
for
doing
any
some dumb
type
shit.
of direct messaging
Right.
chat. Like
you do some dumb shit. People don't realize that Instagram now is transparent. Instagram can see people's DMs and shit now too. So you doing some dumb shit
I'm
in it.
pretty sure they always
They always was able to do it, but now they telling people that they able to do is they telling people they able to do it now. They wasn't telling people before, but now they letting you know that we can we watching your you know, your DMs and shit. Meta. Yeah, so for all y'all doing that criminal activity and shit in those DMs, you know they can see that shit, right? They know what you're doing, right? You know they can see that shit, right? Your criminal ass gonna get in trouble. Shout out to Rhythm Group said, I appreciate you brothers for the knowledge y'all present. I've been listening to y'all since the Jag days. Have purchased products and delivered fast quality. Appreciate that, bro. Put that up on the screen. Appreciate that. Yeah, the business always gonna remain intact. We definitely gonna always make sure that is intact, baby. Real talk. Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate all of y'all who, you know, following us all these years, subscribe to hearing our messages all these years. Y'all know we
Right.
never change up. We've been talking this
Right.
shit for years.
Right.
This ain't something that we just discovered or just out. We been on it.
They on this shit.
They track all phones and all vehicles, even bikes. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they tracking everything. Everything is tracked now. Yeah.
Oh, just wait until they
That's
get
why they
them
want those
data
data
centers.
centers.
Yeah,
Yep.
wait until they get them data centers up and running. They really gonna be tracking every aspect because they want everything smart. They want everything, you know, and they pretty much accomplished most of that, like smart cars, smart TV, smartphones, smart refrigerators, smart smart microwaves, smart toilets where they can actually calculate how many times you flush your goddamn toilet. Yeah, they want to control every aspect, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be able to monitor every ad because all that shit go into a database. So they need data space to collect all that goddamn data.
And then they sell it.
And then they sell it.
Sell the data so they make money off of it too.
They make money off the
Not
data.
only for surveillance, but they also they make billions and billions of dollars off of selling data. It's crazy.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. Meanwhile, we
Says
got
best
these.
off passing notes quietly and never speaking out loud. Right.
Yep.
Unless the person is wearing meta glasses and shit and reading a letter, they got you.
Right.
Well, wearing.
Hey, the meta
Don't even
glasses.
let the letter even go near a screen.
Right.
Because if she read, like AI be able to detect the letters that's on the paper.
They damn sure do.
Right. Yeah, that's the world that we and the people who controlling this tech is the people that work with Epstein. So this is where we going with it, which is insane. That's scary. To have human trafficking pedophile creeps using this technology on the general public. Is this who we really want to run this technology?
Epstein
and his buddies.
Criminals, right?
It's crazy. We don't want this type of technology in their hands.
No, sir. Damn sure don't. Damn sure don't.
And this is our main message we trying to warn y'all of. We trying to warn the general public like this. We're approaching times where everything's surveilled, everything's gonna be autonomous, and all your movements, no matter what you say, what you do, where you go, all of it is gonna be tracked, and they adjusting laws to where you'll be penalized if it's something that they don't like that you do, and you'll be penalized in real time. In real time. And those penalties can range from getting fines right on the spot, shit coming out of your account in real time, or they sending a damn armed drone to your location and taking you off the planet. Sending out armed drones like it's Uber and shit with your exact location in real time.
Right. That shit is
like,
insane.
do we really want these motherfuckers with that had that over us?
Right.
That's crazy. And we played that movie for them. What was that shit called? The YouTube short film that we
Yeah.
We showed y'all the technology that they've been working on. You
Right.
say something online that they don't like, it can send drones straight to your location and shit. Take you
Right.
out. Armed drones, shoot machine gun drones, little teeny drones flying around with motherfucking machine guns attached to them. Waiting for people to say something that they don't like.
People gonna be shooting them shits back out the air, man.
Yeah, but they send, if it's like 100 to 1, what the hell you gonna do? 100 to 1, you can shoot. You can't shoot them all. 100 to 1. 100 to 1. And then what happens when the shit malfunction and they end up taking everybody out?
Right.
Because that's definitely gonna happen.
I know that's
So
insane.
we can't even have these. We can't let these motherfuckers have this technology, man.
No.
We gotta stop this shit. There's no way. We gotta stop. There's no way we can let them get this far. No way.
Yeah, make sure y'all hitting that like button, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all follow us on Rumble too. Rumble.com. Just put in 90 Day Network on Rumble. Follow us over there too.
Just in case they terminate our YouTube channels.
Yeah,
again.
because they be on they be on some nut shit. All right. Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in though. And man, if there's anything else,
we'll catch y'all on the next live.
Catch you on the next live stream. All right. Peace.
I'm not even gonna lie. The joint pain I deal with every day will slow me all the way down. But ever since I started using this right here, Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, everything changed. And within minutes, I feel the difference. Like real relief. Now I can clean my whole house without even thinking about the pain. As a nurse, I'm on my feet all day. And this right here helps me get through my entire shift. I can actually enjoy time with my kids now. Go outside, be active, without hurting the whole time. It feels good to just live again. Honestly, if it wasn't for Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, I don't think I'd have the quality of life I have right now.
Discomfort slows you down? Reach for natural relief. Night and Day Hemp's extra strength CBD pain relief balm melts into aching muscles, delivering warmth you can feel. Soothe your body naturally. Feel free to move again. Night and Day Hemp Balm melts away tension so you can enjoy every moment. Feel the difference fast. Real relief, real results. Order now at Night and Day Herbals.